Just going to talk about website hosting, and for photographers this is really important. So if you're starting a new website and you're going to use WordPress or maybe a HTML editor and you're going to just do a very simple gallery site, what I've learned over the years that website speed, the download speed, is really important. Google are really concerned about how much information you're putting on your site. They want to see text and they also want to see images. But at the end of the day, all that data has got to be downloaded to a mobile phone that might be on a 3G or 4G network. So I'm just going to talk about website speed, and I've set up a sample page. You can find this. It's richardbarleyphotography.com/weddings.html. I use this page just to show some of my students, how you can set up a landing page. You don't have to set much up really to get some business and to book some weddings or portrait sessions or whatever you want to do. So you could head over there and have a look at richardbarleyphotography.com/weddings.html. Now this is quite an image rich, there's large images in the background. This isn't how I'd really do it now, to be honest with you. This was probably not 15, but maybe 7-8 years ago. It wasn't so bad because if you think about it, most people were using laptops, desktop computers, very fast broadband. So Google weren't that concerned about download speed and how fast these sites download. But now we're moving over to 50-50. So mobile takes up maybe 50%, almost 60%. iPads, that sort of thing, might be 10%. Desktop is falling off, believe it or not. So they're really concerned about this, and that's what I'm going to teach you today is, the setup of your website, your gallery is really important. In a previous video I talked about Wix. This isn't built in Wix, this is a different editor, but this is a straight HTML site. So what that means, it's not WordPress, it's not Wix, it's just a coded site. I use a very small editor. Get in touch if you want to talk more about this sort of thing. There's a contact form on my website, but yeah, let's just go through it and I'll show you what we've been up to. So if you've got a website at the moment, all you need to do is just copy the address of the page you want to test, and just copy it. So it's the weddings one, and then go over to GTmetrix. This is a really good site, really useful site, and it'll amaze you how slow the pages are. So photographers and videographers have a hard time with the internet because we want to show our images, but the problem is we want to show high resolution and they end up so large that Google doesn't rank our website. So you type it into there and click analyze. It'll take a few minutes, probably take about 2 minutes maybe, so I'll chat as it's doing it. So what it's doing now is it's analysing the whole website, it's downloading the images, it's testing the server and the hosting. So hosting is really important. You've got companies, lots of different companies that offer hosting. I'll give you a link at the end of this video, stay to the end, because I'm a big believer in using really good hosting. I've got my own cloud server. I've got my own customer website server, so I host about 10 websites at the moment for different people. Right, so let's have a look at this one. So D is no good. Don't worry so much about the YSlow score. That's very difficult to get above about 70%, but what I'm looking at is the page speed, D. So this page is and I've set it up on purpose as a bad page, to be honest with you. So it's got a really large background image. It's taking 8 seconds to load, which is not good at all. We want it down to 4 seconds. There's a lot of stats out there that say that your visitors will disappear if it's over about 3 to 4 seconds, and I can agree. I've got all the background, I've got 15 years of data on this, and they do leave, so that's called your bounce rate. So 8 seconds is way too long. They've probably gone before it's even loaded, and it's a massive page. It's 4 megabytes. So it's a big old page, got lots and lots of images on, But this piece of software, GTmetrix, is free, and you can log in. I've got my own little account. You don't have to pay for a very basic account. And I just want to come down and just show you this, which is optimize images. So this is all the different images that are in the gallery on my website. And what it's actually showing you is you can optimize them. This can give you a 3% reduction in size. So optimizing your images correctly is really important. So you can go through all of your images. You can use Photoshop to compress them. You might have a WordPress site and you can use a plugin. I'll give you this link now, actually. Now we're in the middle, because I'm going to be listing everything you'll need. There we go. So if you go to richardbarleyphotography.com/websites.html, I've dedicated one whole page talking about WordPress, hosting, all sorts of things. And I'm going to add to that over the next few years and keep it up to date. And this is purely for photographers. This is real advice from me, because I've got all my business really from doing a mixture of organic Google and Google AdWords. So it's worth going over there. It's just /websites.html. I'll give you this again at the end. So let's click out of that. It's always difficult to do for someone that's trying to talk into a microphone. Here we go. So let's go back to it and let's just assess what's going on. We've got a YouTube video that's got to be downloaded. Now that thumbnail is quite heavy, believe it or not, and it's trying to, I want this video to stay. What about the background image? I mean, it's overkill. So we can get rid of the background image. That's an optimized file anyway, to be honest with you. I've crushed and crushed that. You can see it's falling to pieces in the background. But it's just to give that feeling, so that when someone first visits the page, they've got the feeling that they are on a wedding website. But the bottom line is you've got the video there anyway, which I think is important. So we won't worry too much. But the background image can go. That will speed things up. Kind words, testimonials, the few small images. We can look at the reduction in these images, but that's not really causing the problem. I think get rid of that background image. Scroll down a bit. This is all text. So at the end of the day, text on a website is zero. So to download text, don't worry about text. What really matters is the images. This gallery is taking a hit, but you've got this balance. We need to show some images, and the bottom line is the couples want to see the images. So, you know, let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, about 15, I think. You need to show a certain amount so that you can take them on to the next stage and they'll actually make an inquiry. But do I actually need this background image at the bottom? That's big as well. By the time they've got there, they've gone through some of my images anyway. So let's lose this background image. So we can lose these two, and that's what I did to speed the site up, is I got rid of these two big ones. I want to keep the YouTube video. So there you go. That's a landing page, and that page, believe it or not, if you want a bit of advice about landing pages, in other words, pages on your website that will convert quite well, so try to get some sales so that you can get some customers. Keeping it as simple as you can is the key. You just want to be showing a small selection of images very quickly to give them an idea, and then you want to really push it on to what we found worked really well is you've got to check whether I'm available. Brides always assume that you are. You know, you only need to book 15 or 20 weddings and you've booked up all your Saturdays anyway. So it's more a case of you're not available. So what we did is we just made it a very quick system, so you need to get in touch pretty quick. A lot of people will put every detail of their wedding in there, and that's fine, but the bottom line is I'm probably not even available. So that's a little website page. You don't need to have massive websites, and the site speed. So let's get back to GTmetrix. So this 8 seconds, if I get rid of those images, will come down, and we're at 4 megabytes, so that'll take that down as well. We'll try and reduce the size of all of these images, and we'll crush them down a bit further. Everything else is looking pretty good. We've got some other little technical bits and pieces which I won't go into here, but we can improve there. If you need to know what all this means, I do offer a consultation service for anyone with a website. Only get in touch if you're serious though, please, because I'm very busy and I'd rather have a few customers and look after them really well. So if you come over to richardbarleyphotography.com/websites, I've actually put a few hosting companies on here that are really, really fast hosting. I use a hosting company. I've got my own cloud server. You can approach me, get in touch if you are thinking about a website, and we can take a look at what we can do for you. But you can come if you're into doing your own WordPress site, don't need my input. Come over here, because WPX, Kinsta, WP Engine, I'm going to put a lot more information on here about testing your hosting, which people don't look at, to be honest, and it's the most important thing for photographers. You need to have these images on there. You've got no choice. What's the point in having a website full of text? It won't convert. You could get away with a video and a load of text, definitely, and a contact form. But the bottom line is, I think it's better to actually have one page and have a gallery, a very quick system, download in under 4 seconds. So yeah, this server, this might be moved over to a different server as well. As I say, come on over, have a look at this page. This is obviously going to be there for years, so these companies might change. I'll add some other bits and pieces in here, and you can take a look. So try out GTmetrix. You can do all the different pages on your website, and we'll take a look at some more here. We've got some A ratings here, so 3.9 seconds. We've got an A rating here, so let's have a look at this one. This is the index page, which is the first page you'll get to on this website. So we've got a 91%, got it down to 3.9 seconds. Yeah, 781, just right. So you improve them slowly, and you'll never get them perfect. Don't try and get perfection. If you can, please comment below. There are probably some web designers out there who are experts at this as well. Comment below, please, and tell us what you're doing, because that's the idea of this website, is to help photographers improve every aspect of their photography. And displaying your images online, I think it's really important. And to have your own website, even if it's not a business, just to have your own website, it will improve your photography, because it will make you want to improve, and you'll be just putting up your best work. So hope this helps. GTmetrix, and let's show you again. Let's get you over there, because there's some good stuff. I'm planning a lot for this page, so have a look at that. richardbarleyphotography.com/websites, and we'll put plenty of content on there for you. Okay, that's great. I'll see you again soon. Thanks a lot.